F2PFun, Unlimited Ammo here, and we're taking a look at Unturned by Nelson Sexton. It is a free-to-play zombie survival crafting game, currently available on Steam. I played it for, a few hours, got into it, see what was around, took a look around. Didn't do so much of the resource mining and crafting because it's kind of obtuse and I don't really see the point of it, but we'll get to that in a minute. The game is free-to-play. For $5, you upgrade to Gold, which means you get bonuses, mostly cosmetic bonus, but also get extra loot and experience. And you get access to golden servers, which that would be a nice way to play multiplayer, because if you go over here to play, you only have connect and host. You have to do direct peer-to-peer hosting, which isn't really for everyone. You can customize your character a little bit with bonus options for obtaining gold. As you can see, the characters look ridiculous. They're insane. It looks like, I've heard this game kind of compared to Minecraft in certain aspects, but the art style is way different. Because in Minecraft, everything's based on grids and blocks, and this is very, very blobby. Kind of looks like it was drawn by a child. But I will admit, it gives the game a little bit of charm, and as long as it can convey, the game does visually convey information to you in a proper way, so it's fine. Single player, you have an arena mode and the actual island survival apocalypse island. That's what we're gonna be playing on. The arenas. One round, you spawn with a bunch of tools and some weapons, and seems like it's more of a sandbox crafting, building, survival mode. I didn't see any zombies. Wasn't really any threat. This is more of a zombie apocalypse mode. You have a couple different difficulties. I didn't feel much difference between the difficulties, except in hardcore there's a UI reduction. Other than that, the differences they're too subtle for me to notice. When we spawn in, here we are. This is the game. You just spawn in a random spot. Whatever you had before. Unfortunately, before I died, so now we have nothing in our tiny inventory. We don't have a backpack. Without a backpack, you only have 4 inventory slots. And 4 inventory slots you can't do anything with. It's really frustrating. Such limit. Even with a backpack, your inventory is really limited. There's only so many items you can carry at once. Crafting is kind of obtuse, and I didn't find it fun to use. Go to your crafting system, you have a couple ingredient slots, and you just drag things over and hope it works out. Some of it is intuitive, a lot of it is not. So what are you doing in Unturned? Well, there's zombies and you're trying to survive. You have health, food, thirst, and sickness, as well as your stamina. You need to find weapons and supplies in order to not be destroyed by zombies. So let's see if there's anything in this town to find. This is what I think is the most engaging part of the game. Is when you first spawn. Oh, we got caught by a zombie. When you first spawn, and you have to try to survive. Find some weapons. Oh, get out of here. Find some food. Find a way to not be horribly murdered by the zombies. They're not terribly bright, but they are relentless. Their AI is super simple. They just walk in a direct line towards you at all times. But they will not stop chasing you. Played the game. I ran across, must have been halfway across the island. The zombies did not stop chasing me. They do not lose interest easily. Trying to find a weapon. Because once you get a weapon, we can kill zombies. We go into the fun part of the game, which is murdering all the zombies. Oh no, we got stuck in the corner, and we actually survived somehow. I'm really surprised. So we survived that encounter. Why is there a weapon in there? Alright, come on zombies, come around the corner. There's a way to sink? There's a way to sneak, but it's not very... nope, nothing there for me. It's very slow. I don't like it. And then there's no way for you to know if you're sneaking well or not. Oh, here we go, a crowbar. We'll be Morgan Freeman here. Where is it? Where's the crowbar? Here it is. Alright, now we got a weapon. So now the game is kill all the zombies. So they just line up. And now, when you're unarmed, zombies are a big threat. You can punch them, but it's not very effective. It's very short range, and you will get hit a lot and die. Once you have a melee weapon, you outrange the zombies. And because their AI is so simple, and they just walk in a straight line, you just bash them all to death. No problem. Okay, well if you right click, get a special attack. Apparently for the crowbar, it's not a very good one. And there's a... Oh! we got ambushed. Here I am talking about how not threatening the zombies are, and we get ambushed. Walk backwards into a zombie. But then you respawn, and you just gotta try that again. And that is pretty much the entire game. You're scavenging for items, at first weapons in order to defend yourself, and then you need to find food, drinks, medicine in order to survive. And you can craft a lot of those materials. I haven't had, like I said, I haven't played around with the crafting system very much. That's because I haven't been motivated to. The game doesn't encourage you to craft anything, because you can find so much just by scavenging. You just scavenge what you need from the buildings, scavenge lots of food, lots of weapons, lots of resources. You can build a shelter out of the crafting system, but again, I haven't felt the need to do that. I don't need shelter. Zombies, once you get a weapon, the zombies aren't very threatening, so I don't need to hide from them. I just didn't feel very compelled to craft anything or build anything. And it's not like Minecraft has a large variety of things to construct, and you can just build statues and goofy calculators and whatever. This doesn't have that. It has much more practical building options. I didn't feel any reason to build anything or really craft anything, because I got a weapon, you get some items, and you defend yourself, and then you're fine. That's the game. The experience system is pretty. RPG system is pretty light. You get bonus damage, you get bonus survival time, or bonus crafting options, but that's pretty much it. Oh, now we got a golf club. Yeah, that's right. Oh, we got killed by this horde. Here I am talking about how not threatening the zombies are, and I've died like 3 times in this preview. But once you get set up, and you can get cars to drive around the island, but I wasn't compelled to do those things. The zombies aren't that threatening. You have a couple weapons, and you just mow them down. They're very simple AI. You can even lay traps, it makes them even easier to kill because they just walk into the traps. You can build structures, no reason for shelter though, and I just didn't feel compelled to do anything past the first couple times I died. I spawned, had fun, killed some zombies, got high off some wild berries. All those berries didn't get me high. If you eat some wild fruit, that will have hallucinogenic effects. The game does have a good sense of humor. A lot of the item descriptions are pretty funny. And it takes a long time to get around the island as well. So even if you are all set up and just trying to get around the island, it's a big island, which is a good thing. Of course, it's lots of space, lots of things to do, but you move very slowly, and most cars don't have a lot of fuel. So you have to manage your fuel very well, try to get around the island and without wasting all of your fuel. It can be very frustrating. You just move so slowly. Found a holographic sight. There are you can modify your weapons, which is great. Here's a backpack, you put that on. Expands our inventory a tiny bit. There are different size bags, give you more inventory space. And ladders are tricky because it's a video game. Video games have never figured out how to do ladders well. Oh, don't punch him, you have a baseball bat. And then beyond this, that's pretty much the single player. That is how the entirety of the game is: exploration and survival. Which is not a bad thing, but I just didn't feel there's no other objective. You're not trying to find other survivors, you're not trying to escape the island, you're not giving anything else to do. Run around, kill zombies, and postpone your death. Which is kinda bleak. If you do multiplayer, there's a PvP element and kill other players, but then you're just playing DayZ, right? You're in a zombie area trying to survive, and there's other players around shooting you. Well, now you're just playing DayZ, except DayZ has the player versus player combat supported by a competent military simulator. And this is not. The combat's surprisingly fun, like bashing the zombies in the face with a baseball bat. More satisfying than it looks. I don't imagine for an intense PvP scenario the combat system's going to be too particularly engaging. But you find moldy fruit and eat that. And then now decrease your hunger, increase your sickness. A lot of nice little. Did I actually eat that tomato? I guess must have missed it, increasing our sickness bar. But yeah, there's a lot of A lot of nice little things like that. Of course, you can chop down trees if you have an axe. You get the wood, and craft building parts. Like I said, the crafting systems, you're not encouraged to use it. It's kind of obtuse. Your inventory is a pain because it's tiny. The best thing to do is kill zombies, and that gets kind of old. But what's my final verdict on Unturned? It's pretty fun. I mean, it's fun for a couple hours. I lose interest after killing so many zombies. I've been over zombies for a long time. And it's another zombie game, right? And that's probably like 2010. I was over zombies. But it's a pretty, at least 2 hours. I mean, I played it for a couple of hours and had fun before I got over it. And I would recommend because it's completely free. And even if you enjoy it and you want to invest more, it's only $5. So you can't really argue with the price point of being free, only being $5 at most, and giving you a couple hours of fun. So even though it has its problems, it's not exactly a perfect game. I would highly recommend at least downloading it and giving it a try. Even if you only just spawn, have a little adventure, and die, it's worth it. This has been my look on Unturned, survival, zombie, action, multiplayer, crafting game. Available on Steam for free. I would encourage you to look it up, download it, play it around for a couple hours, appreciate it for what it is, and then invest $5 if you're really into this kind of thing, which I am not. That's personal taste. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.